Hello everybody, welcome back to the James Ryan's Allcott channel. My son is literally there because my wife isn't back yet, but we're not going to miss this game. It's only going to be the first 10 minutes. I need to actually message my wife and let her know that that is occurring. So stay with me. We'll be able to dive into all of this. It's going to be absolute chaos. They're all lining up here. I'll let you know. The teams are in. You right, baby? You okay, baby? Yeah? Yeah? Oh my God, this is crazy. You right, bud? Oh, he's so cute, guys. I wish I could bloody show you him. I think it'll be 1-1. I think it's going to be 1-1. And we're off. I'll tell you what, whilst I quickly tend to him, let me know your score predictions and we'll have a look at all of those. Right, let's give me a sec. Hey, baby! Hey, baby! You okay? I think enough is enough if they pump Man United as well. Although I know they've got to play Man City twice, but it really doesn't matter if they keep right on this run and dominate everyone else. Great bit of football. Xhaka in that great space that he always gets in, puts his cross in! And Thomas Partey, one of their players of the season, came to the party there, didn't he, Cover? Do you like that one? Literally about at 20, I know what time it was, at 4:20, I realised, oh, he hasn't done a poo, has he? Of course he's done a poo. Of course he has. Allcott. Like that. Changed it up. No, it's actually, the nappy's here. That's the used nappy. That's my life. Rashford on the Gary Neville doesn't do this, does he? Rashford on the left hand side, looking to get the ball to Bruno Fernandes, trying to get shot away. Great defending from Arsenal. Now here is a belter. Here is an absolute belter to kick off with, right? Rashford is better. So I asked the question: what questions are you hoping to have answered by this game today? We'll go from during the Twitch stream, which is of course what we're doing right now. Okay. Rashford is better than Saka. Talk to me, guys. Will we find out today? He has more about his game, is better on his own, and should be classed as one of England's brightest sparks. That's from Dev. And Dev's, published author. I know that for a fact. So what are we saying in the chat about that? I've got to say, well, first of all, they play on two different sides of the pitch, don't they? But if we want to put this on today, we could put it on today. We could go, will this tell us anything about those two? You've got one who plays on the left and one who plays on the right, and we'll be doing that today. I think the problem you've got, well, not the problem you've got with Rashford is still in a team that's kind of playing counter-attacking, which is kind of suiting him a little bit. In terms of sort of sparky talent, Rashford sometimes catches the eye a little bit more than Saka. But I don't think, if I was allowed to buy one of those two, I would buy Saka right now. Surely you'd buy Saka. But let's roll it all on today. So today we'll predict the rest of the time, and whoever has a better game, Rashford or Saka in this game, will have better careers moving forward. I'm intrigued to know what everyone thinks. What a smelly opinion. I love Rashi, but he's a pace merchant. Well, that's good, isn't it? So Saka's got the ball now, 14th minute, looking to size up Martinez. Bruno Fernandes works really hard to get back. You can't deny that about Bruno. Gets to Saka again. The thing about Saka is he can go both ways. Ooh, dodgy little clearance from Wan-Bissaka. Saka's more versatile, yeah. You can play him in more positions. I don't think you can. I'm amazed he said that, I'll be honest. That's why I said it was a spicy one. I think Rashford is back to his best and he's got that swagger back, which is great. But Saka's just been unreal since he's arrived on the scene, full stop. Rashford, a bit of skill there. Does Thomas Partey. He's on the edge of the box now. He's going to wallop it. Oh, my word. 1-0. Maybe he is. Maybe Rashford is better than Saka. Wow, what a goal. And if you haven't seen the video, which I did 2 weeks ago, saying Rashford has become great again, you need to go and watch that. And then you need to come back and go, great watch, Jim. I'm going to share it to 10 friends. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'll be a bit more receptive in future. Because that video didn't get the views it deserved. And this goal will hopefully get the plaudits it deserves. Great bit of defensive work. Great interception. Then they found, from Rashford himself, does Thomas Partey, sends him for a cup of tea. And then from the edge of the box, probably about 30 yards out. He's drilled it bottom left-hand corner when I think most people would have thought he was going to be going top right-hand corner. I think Ramsdale thought the same. Absolute bullet. So good. Low back lift as well. Superb stuff from Rashford there. Good man. Top spin on the ball as well. That's how, like, when you do get that moment to get your shot off in that way, if you've got that skill in your locker, it's worth using. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And Rashford is officially better than Saka and will be better than Saka for the rest of his career. 18 minutes, Rashford goal. The note goes down. What a wallop. Did Gary Neville do the O thing? Do you mean he's got to calm down with the O's? Oh. I mean, who likes... If you've got a catchphrase, you're a little bit naff, aren't you? Corner for Arsenal. Another corner for Arsenal. They'll look to work it across. Saliba. I mean, look how high their centre-backs are. Back to Zinchenko. It allows them to kind of quickly move that pattern of play around and find little pockets there, being very close together laterally. Great play. It's tiki-taka. It's a back post party, and it's Nketiah. It's Nketiah who's in Allcott's. He's in Allcott's dream team. He's in his FPL. That's right. He was great value, and that's why you pick him up, because he is a poacher, and he does step up, and he does score goals. And Arsenal are back in this one. Great cross, really smart. And Nketiah continues to prove that he is up to the job. This boy's up to the job. And those sweet, sweet Gunners taste sweet again. Yes, Nketiah. That's why we brought you in. You're great value. You're playing for a good team. It all makes sense. Now go and do the job. You missed 3 chances last week. I was disappointed with you. But you're back, boy. You're back. Look, back post party. He's not picked up. Quite clever stuff, actually, because Gabriel's dealing with Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw. And Wan-Bissaka never truly looks around and gets his hands on Nketiah, which you've got to do. You've got to be aware of what's going on there. Great cross from Xhaka, who gets into such lovely spaces. But great movement from Nketiah as well. The big thing here, what's so great about his movement, is that although he's at the back post, let's give him a name, shall we? Goal scorer, isn't it? Ah, it's all over the place. Anyway, because he was at the back post, that was so interesting. Wan-Bissaka's all the way around here, which is fine, I guess. But he needs to open up and know where Nketiah is. Nketiah stayed round the back side of him so that he could have a straight-on run. He's had a run on him, and then it's bosh. Easy goal. Hang on, wait, let me get the ball. Great movement from Nketiah. Wan-Bissaka needs to go and put him on edge. Get touch tight. Get an arm either side of him. If you get an arm, that's what I mean, I'm not trying to tell people to defend. I mean, I am. But whenever I was at a corner, if you had a defender in front of you, if you had an arm either side, you could watch the ball. And if you felt him go that way, you could feel it. If you felt him go that way, you could feel it. But Wan-Bissaka didn't do that. Partey falls to him. Zinchenko in the middle of the box. It's very congested. It's full to Saka. Great block from Luke Shaw, and De Gea gobbles it up. And that is half time. Thank you for spending your time with me on Twitch. If you're not, and you're watching the highlights right now, links in the description, all right? I'll see you at the next big game. 51% to 49% XG goes with Arsenal so far in this game. I'm surprised the possession's actually as tight as that. I think Man United have come, and it's been actually a pretty solid away performance so far. 11 shots to 2. Just 1 shot on target, though. So Man United defensively looking organised, getting bodies behind the ball and containing, but also looking to be on the front foot and assertive with their defence, which I've been pleased with. And I think Man United fans should be happy with that as well. 2 shots and 2 shots on target. That was the McTominay shot. And, of course, the goal from Rashford. Absolute screamer after 18 minutes. Will they be able to find those extra little yards, that little bit more in the second half of this game? That's one thing I'll be wondering and to see if they are able to. Will Man United wane in any way? Will they be able to kind of get over it? 239 passes to 239 passes. That is very, very rare. You don't normally see that. Both the sort of the control of the midfield area from an attacking point of view for Arsenal to be able to move from side to side and side to side. I bet they've got a lot of bodies around here, you know, with the fullbacks getting involved, looking to create those overloads on top of Man United, who will have 3 in there. Fernandes, McTominay, Rashford would have to come and help out. But in particular, I think what I saw in that first half was a real focus to either, It's bang on, isn't it? To either look to get Martinelli in quickly, and I bet his average position is really high. I think we saw it briefly. It'd be interesting to see as high as it was. But importantly here, and that's where it's about Ben White, Odegaard, Partey, and Saka, essentially trying to get Saka on the ball in these areas to create things, but often looking to get the ball to Zinchenko to then move their way across so that Saka, when he does get the ball, has got that little bit of space to do something pretty impressive. And there's been a few moments where he's got one-on-one with Shaw, but I don't think he's really drived that in properly yet. For Man United, probably a similar thing, partly down to the fact that that's where they're winning the ball. If you think of where the goal came from an interception pretty much bang here, wasn't it? And then Rashford drove and then just went, didn't he? Yep, pretty much, right? So a focus of Partey, Odegaard, and Saka. Great thing about Saka is Saka will both like come short. He'll be over here to get on the ball at times, and he'll be down here as well at times. Actually, probably a bit wider than that, isn't he? He's probably getting to this area here instead. And that's where we saw him driving against Shaw, didn't we, a couple of times. But again, just a little bit tidy there. Little kind of sort of mini overloads almost, right? Where you sort of have it on this right-hand side, looking to work your way up the pitch. Let me just link it all together. So you got Ben White. We know these passing networks. We can go and look at those passing networks time and again. But you're able to kind of get around a 3 or Rashford when he's on his way back or whoever the midfield might be. Although this was the area, actually, where they would have known it themselves. I'm just watching the goal back. It comes from an interception from Rashford because they know that they're working down that right-hand side. And sometimes you will give the ball away in those areas. And actually, it was Saka who gave the ball away, then Partey gave the ball away. And Ben White had kind of made a charge. So they weren't in their usual formation as I'm just watching it here. So that's interesting. Martinelli, though, really, really crucial in terms of stretching the play as well. And I think by him stretching the play, to a point, it's almost a bit of a decoy run. But I think the big thing to highlight is just the dominance in this central area and how it really allows you to get around the pitch really, really quickly. I think the thing they know is if Anthony makes a march, it's not a big problem. It's really not a big problem. Because he's always going to want to come back. And that is a massive problem with Anthony. Because if he drives, as long as you get back to a point, he's always going to want to come back onto that left foot. So what this allows is, if I could draw, I can't draw it, forget it. Let's find a little circle. It just allows domination, but not just domination. Actually, really, it's so much more than that because it allows quick options to each other. Like, oh Christ, go away! Like all these options. I know we probably spoke about this last week, but what it does, it just allows you to get out of trouble quickly. Or make passes quickly. How many times did we see Odegaard just swing a ball out to the left-hand side to Zinchenko, or knowing that Martinelli is there? You know, there's so many options all the time that they can use quickly, and that makes it an absolute disaster to sort of stop passing lanes because there's always another one, and they're so close together. That weirdly, although it would be quicker just to play the ball across, what you do is you stop and start. You freeze the opposition as the ball makes its way. Because instead of going, say Zinchenko stays out here, I'll get rid of all this stuff in a minute. Say Zinchenko stays out here, there's a long distance to go here, and Weghorst just needs to stand here, somewhere in between here, and you stop that pass. But the problem is when they're so close, it's so hard to get there in time. That they've always got a way around you. It's amazing stuff, really, because, of course, generally you want to get space out wide, but you can't do that. But they're not too bothered about that because they're just so fluent in this central area. And Partey's the linchpin, for sure. But again, he's just moving the ball on and moving it on quickly. And actually, sometimes he drives because he's not concerned about the centre of the pitch, which is where a lot of teams are concerned. They're concerned about the centre of the pitch because that's where the teams are going to hurt you. Now, they need to be careful about Rashford, for sure. But Weghorst, probably not too bothered about a foot race. Anthony, I don't think they're that bothered as well. And we're off. And hopefully we're fine. Oh! Great defending from Man United. Who's that? Martinez. He does step up in the big moments, Martinez, in big games. You don't have to worry about him. Lovely little flip-flap from Odegaard, I think. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, it's so good from Odegaard. Wow. Zinchenko to Saka. Quick pass. Who's he going to? Oh, so Tomiyasu's come on. Sorry, I didn't realise this. Tomiyasu, that's the Rashford effect, I guess. The Rashford effect. Oh! Bukayo Saka in the battle of Rashford versus Saka. And he's just done it. Has he done the same celebration? Has he gone like that? Woo! Oh, what a player. What a player. Big players in big games scoring big goals. Both English, which is great. Let's see that again. What a strike. Saka is that guy. 1-1. Rashford won, Saka won. We will find out. The winner of this game, it is destined to be one of these two. Surely. Let's see what happens to Man United now. Rashford on the left-hand side. Look at the wiggle. He's still wiggling. Oh, and Ramsdale with a massive save. What a game. It is these two. It is these two. Massive thank you to Dev Bajwa. Because Dev Bajwa set the whole narrative for the stream, and it's wonderful. Often, you know, when teams play so intricately and know so much about each other, it will be something a little bit different, which is great, which encourages something a little different. I'm not sure. Oh, Ramsdale. Oh! Martinez with a headed goal. Didn't rise above anyone. He was fortunate he was short. What a game. 2-2. And someone said 2-2 at the start. Cracking game. Ramsdale. Has he had a stinker, or is this good work from Man United? Because they put the cross and they had bodies all around him. Martinez kisses the badge, what you would do when you're getting paid the amount he is. I'm sure you know he's got the passion. They're all in the 6-yard box. So many bodies in the 6-yard box. Ramsdale looks to deal with it. It drops, and it's one hell of a finish. I mean, such a unique, awkward finish. He just stuck his head there where it hurts. Brilliant stuff from Martinez. Credit where it's due. Look, he wanted it. He wanted it. Closed his eyes, and it's an absolutely genius header. What a great goal. That is such a good goal. That is such a good goal. Oh! He's nearly done it again. Oh, he ate that little bastard. On that left foot. Over it, Martinez clips the right-hand post. Woof. Work hard, play hard. Trossard warming up. Saka with the ball. Back post. There's loads of them there. Oh, Xhaka's still in play. Gabriel! No. That's basically a clearance from Gabriel. It's the Alamo. The crowd will go mad, won't they? Come on! Get the ball to Xhaka. Xhaka is found. Is it Odegaard? Odegaard's through. Hits a hand. Xhaka's there. He falls to the ground. Good defending from Fernandes, who's defensively been brilliant for them today. And again, Partey with the ball now. What's he going to do? Again, they're always able to find Martinelli in space because they've got those other players in those great spaces. Well read by Wan-Bissaka. Gets rid of the ball. And they're able to breathe. Or are they? Because Zinchenko with a great first-hand pass. Back to Gabriel, who plays the ball into Martinelli. Cuts inside in the central areas. He's loving the dribbling here. They're starting to wane. That's what we spoke about. Xhaka with the ball here. Doesn't really have that dribbling skill. And they're able to get away with it, Man United. And can they break now in this high-octane game that we're watching here? 80 minutes on the clock. 10 minutes. 5 minutes away from Trossard. Scoring a goal, apparently, in the 85th minute. Oh, it drops. But 2-2. And they can't seem to get rid of it. Oh, what a save from David De Gea. Snapshot from Arsenal. And Nketiah, I do like him. I do like him. He's got that. His whole career, he will score goals because he's just aware of where the ball is. And he's got that little. He's a bit lucky there for sure, but he's a magnet. He's a magnet. Arsenal looking to get that goal. These are the champions' minutes, isn't it? Looking to get Zinchenko's on his left-hand side. There's a bit of space for him here. We can get the cross in. Edge of the box. Nketiah! Goal! There was a kerfuffle in the chat. And Zinchenko goes into the crowd. And Nketiah scores me another goal in FPL. And takes Arsenal essentially 12 points clear of Manchester United. Woo! People in the chat talking about... Sorry for shouting. Arteta's not sure, is he? Zinchenko seems pretty sure. There's no point convincing. Nketiah is brilliant. He's so... I think he's underrated, this lad. Is he onside? Is he onside? Is he onside? Oh, looks good to me. Oh, it's that left leg. It's going to be that left leg for Zinchenko. This is huge. This is huge. Is Nketiah off? Is Nketiah off? Oh, yeah, Wan-Bissaka's playing him on. Goal! It's a goal for Arsenal. Name on the trophy. You can't underestimate those little flicks, that element of composure in those moments. It's huge. And they've got the goal. The crowd goes wild. And Zinchenko screams in the air. Over that, he's taking a really long yawn. And I doubt it is a yawn because he's excited. Massive. Absolutely huge. And they've won it. Arsenal have won it. Whew. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2 to those sweet, sweet Gunners. If you missed this stream, you've missed out. Make sure you head over to Twitch next time. Hopefully you've enjoyed the highlights if you're watching on YouTube. If you haven't seen my match reaction, I'm going to record that in the future. But actually, I did that in the past in terms of what you can see. Everyone watching this right now, absolute legends. Thank you so, so much. Woo! Man United out of the title race. Arsenal. It's on, isn't it? It is on.